Hi friends, this is Chacha Coder and I'm back with my another video. So today we are going to solve our third problem statement. Let's quickly jump into the problem. Yesterday we solved this particular problem and let's just click on it. Okay, yeah. So the next problem statement is to sum. Let's read it. Given an array of integers, nums, and an integer target, return the indices I and j such that nums of I plus nums of j equals to target and I is not equals to j. You may assume that every input has exactly one pair of indices I and j that satisfy the condition. Return the answer in the smaller index first. Okay. So the problem say like the statement is there are two numbers and on which adding those numbers we will get a target 7. So in this example uh, it's 3 and 4 and we have to return the index of the smaller number first and then the another number. In this case, it's 456. So obviously the answer is 4 plus 6 equals to 10. And we have to return 0 and 2. Okay, and then it's 5 and 5. Obviously target is 5. And 0 and 1. Okay, awesome. Like I would say this particular statement is kind of helping a lot. Like what if there would be any single pair, multiple pair, then that's a interesting problem statement to solve. But yeah, for now we are going to focus on this particular problem. So my first approach, like again, it's top of my head. What's coming in my mind is like we can take two loops and again iterate on this, then iterate on this, and find which number is matching. But saying out loud only like it's an O(n) square of approach, and it does not looks good as well. Just to explain more about it, so we will iterate on the like basically we will be checking every number with another number. So that's not an ideal approach. Let's think of something else. If I can, okay, so like there's 3 and 4. Let's take this one example. This example is pretty like good. Hmm. So if I have to iterate, so like how I think is I try to solve the problem in less iteration. So for now, I'm trying to solve it in one for loop. I'm thinking of a solution which can do in one for loop. But again, if I can't approach, then obviously I'll first go with the brute force approach and then optimize it. But yeah, if I can think of a better solution in the first go, so like why not? So while speaking this, I'm thinking of something like if there's this scenario, let's jump over here. If there's a dictionary and if basically I can store uh, like if I'm storing 4, its index is 0, and 5, its index is 1, and 6, its index is 2. Okay, and if I'm then iterating, so like after this, so basically what I did, converted this array to dictionary and then doing the iteration on the array in array, and if the difference of that number is present in like here, so the difference target minus I is in dictionary, then we get our answer. Whatever the index will be, that we can find out later. But to make this, I have to make an like run and for loop once more. How can I use it without making a dictionary? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we can do this. Oh, nice, nice, nice. So, what's coming in my mind is let's take an empty dictionary, and while iterating, I can basically search. So, like we will be iterating from 4 5 6. For the first iteration it's 4, and we will check in dictionary whether the difference between target and this number exists or not. If no, then obviously we will store this in this dictionary. Then we will go to the second iteration. Then we'll see 10 minus 5 is 5, whether 5 is present or not. Up till here it will be 4 only in this dictionary, so no. Then we will go to 6, then target 10 minus 6 is 4, and that difference does exist in this dictionary. Nice, I guess this is a good solution for index and let's say value and enumerate of nums. So like I have told in my first video what's enumerate is. It's nothing, just what items does to a dictionary. Basically gives key and value. This gives index and value. So yeah, like in easy language you can remember like this. So if index and value is, and if our target minus the value, let's put this into bracket for cleanliness in our dictionary. If that exists, we will return. Obviously, we will be getting our answer over here. So obviously the index which is running for this value to be true, it will be definitely the bit greater one for the index which is already present in the what do we say, target minus value. So yeah, the index which is already present is gonna be smaller. That's what I wanted to say. Also, I'm gonna tell you guys one more thing I learned while working in a company, and again reading some docs and all. I usually don't see that being used in like any YouTuber channel or like anyone solving a problem statement. I just let's quickly just do this, and then I'll show that. What's this? Hmm. Return. Oh no, don't return, buddy. Save it. So we will save value and its index. Awesome. And it the problem statement always says like you may assume that every input has exactly one pair. So I do not have to handle a condition where this condition never basically satisfied. So it will get satisfied at some point. Let's submit it and see. Yay. Okay, 37 ms beats 34.34%. Nice, nice, nice. I would say this is a good solution. So like the thing that I was talking about. So there's this thing called walrus operator in Python. So what it does is it assigns the value while it is checking. So I guess this is the way we apply. So what it will do is it will give target minus value to this variable def and check in dictionary, and then we can basically use this variable over here. What's uh, over here? So yeah, this is what the walrus. Okay, I did something wrong. Very good, very good. I think I had to look into walrus operator Python. Let's see. Yeah, it does work like this. I don't know. Sorry. I have to do this. hmm Sorry, guys. Yeah. So those packets were kind of missing. Awesome. So yeah, like let's quickly jump into the solution. See what has been provided over here. The brute force, it will be obviously that only. Yeah, we are running two for loops and checking each number with another number. Not a good solution. Sorting. Okay, nice. Does not looks good of a solution. What are we doing over here? Let's do this. I don't know what is Create and copy array, sort in ascending order, and it's like two pointer. Okay, so I do understand. So what we are doing is creating an array, and then so for example, we are basically sorting those out and keeping a pointer at starting and then ending. If then we will be basically separate differencing those values. So for example, in the first iteration, the value is at zeroth, and the last value is at fifth. So we kind of do the subscription of those values, and if it comes like the value comes like more than target, then we kind of move the position of end pointer if it's less than a target. So like again, it's just moving this pointer to this pointer based on the target's difference value. It's kind of that only. Where was it? Yeah, if the sum is less than the target, move the left pointer to the right, which will increase the sum, obviously. If the sum is greater than the target, move the pointer j to the left, which will decrease the sum, obviously. Nice good approach, I would say, but does not looks like a good solution for this particular problem statement. We did like this in a very less lines, plus with not much calculation as well. Hash map two pass, okay. Create a hash map to store the value and index of each element in the array, iterate through the array and compute the sum. Okay, let's directly jump to. Yeah, this was the first thing that I was talking about, to basically iterating and saving them in a dictionary. So we are iterating on array and saving the value as a key and index as a value in the dictionary, and then basically doing the same thing that I am doing over here. So yeah, I guess I did the final solution. Oh, nice, guys. I did the kind of final solution over here. Yeah, definitely. See, as I told you, no one uses basically this walrus operator in showcasing or whatever. But yeah, like my approach is exactly same with this approach, which is kind of nice. So yeah, guys, that was pretty good today. I guess I'm also learning or catching up as well, but I can't say much about it since these are easy problems. We are gonna face some medium and hard problems, and then that's gonna be a not gonna be a cup of tea. So yeah, okay. Bye bye. Have a great day, guys. Keep learning. Keep solving.